Here we go. Listen. Friend of, literally just a friend of me. Oh, Meezy, Mr. O Diddy has gone insanely viral. Look, known Omar for a minute, and even to the point to where last night I was in bed chilling and I went back and watched the first pod me, Sage, Omar, and Souls ever did together. Like 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. Crazy to see how far we come. And crazy to see how far he has came as a creator himself, from what he was when we first met to what he is now. In fucking sane. Mr. O Diddy himself. Omar, being the Omar we all know and love, drops a picture. Sorry I'm late to the Diddy party. Link below. We know Omar dropped some of the craziest pictures, some of the craziest promo for his YouTube videos. Link right here. The amount of people that have jumped on this tweet, you see, it's sitting at 10 million right now. This is the new think piece of the week. Who would have thought our Omar would have ended up being the trending topic of the day, at the very least of the week? So many videos about to be made about this. He is the new think piece of the week. How far he came is crazy. This is the one that got me. Motherfucker lathered himself up with baby oil to stand in solidarity with a rapist and abuser. You make black men look bad, and I prefer to trade you in for a Puerto Rican instead. That one took the cake, and it only gets worse from there. Of course, friends of the community got their tweets in on Omar. You know, we all know how he gets down. But the amount of people, the traditional clickbaity accounts that are now jumping on here to get their 2 cents off is crazy. Nigga, this is some real loser shit, I guess. Literally drowned himself into it. What happened to shame and pride? So many strangers. Listen, this just showed me, and listen, I'm used to it. I remember I made the Russell Westbrook slander spaces and had niggas doxing both my parents. I know how crazy strangers get, but it never ceased to amaze me. It doesn't surprise me anymore. It just never ceases to amaze me how many of these people, like just random people, pop out on the internet to get their 2 cents off. So many niggas are so willing to throw their 2 pennies at you. For what? Don't nobody want your 2 pennies. This nigga has tweeted 3 times under here, 4 times. Rent is due. Someone said Daquan talking crazy. I might have to wait, what happened? Get him. Yo, Jay is dumb. Yeah, I seen Daquan said something. Look at this. Look at the type of people that are popping out of the woodworks. Space Gang, this freaky frog have the nerve. You look ridiculous. Paint your face now. You got some nerve. I just seen, like, what? You got some nerve. The audacity of these nasty. Do we not remember? Do niggas not remember how freaky this nigga is himself? The ridiculous shit he was doing just being himself, and niggas got the audacity to throw they 2 pennies? This is crazy. All that, all this picture will always be funny. That's kind of crazy. But all this hate, all of this random dick suckery, all because this is how he chose to promo this banger of a video. Let's get into it.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Facts.
Watch the party die. And
looks like we finally got the
biggest, blackest demon of
the world, Cat Williams. Your prediction finally came true. You are absolutely right. So on September 16, 2024, P. Diddly Doodah, aka P. Diddler, got arrested in New York City on amazing charges. I mean, stuff that we didn't even think was possible to even claim that P. Diddy did. The official charges were and racketeering, and there were a lot of other things in it, which we'll get to in a second here. But it's crazy because P. Diddy was just in the streets chilling, literally at a local park, canoodling with some other people. Like nothing was.
Diddy has been out for months, just cruising around the streets of Miami, walking around, just chilling. People walking up to him saying no Diddy, him walking around with Stevie J and all these other rappers, celebrities, all these other people, just minding his own, just chilling. Like there was nothing wrong with what the fuck he had going on. Insane to me.
Was ever gonna happen to him because he still felt like Mr. Untouchable, but I knew that he knew this day was coming. He stopped cutting his hair for a reason, and ultimately I can do nothing but applaud. The chickens have come home to roost. We can finally celebrate. P. Diddy is getting a... Oh damn, I am hella ashy. Hold on 1 second, I'll be back. I can't do this video this ashy. Now, it's no secret that P. Diddy is a rap villain in his own regards. He has pleaded non-guilty.
Okay, I didn't know this is how the baby oil was introduced. I did not know this is how we got into doing this. This is a crazy bit.
To all of these charges, which includes trafficking, but there's so much evidence out there that P. Diddy was doing all of the stuff that these people alleged him to do, that I don't see how he gets out of any of these situations. He's got some forced labor, some kidnapping, some racketeering, and probably his worst crime of them all, baby oil buying. Now, I don't know about you, but based off of what they're saying P. Diddy did, I don't see why they shouldn't throw him underneath the jail. I mean, he's an R. Kelly Epstein variant, and I believe that he doesn't deserve to see the light of day ever again. Not only is he facing those criminal charges, he's also being hit with a bunch of civil suits from long-term employees that used to work at his Bad Boy Entertainment that are no longer willing to...
So he's really about to sit here and just lather himself in baby oil. The fact that he's doing this while talking seriously is kind of crazy. I didn't know this is how the baby oil thing went down. I thought he just did that for a picture. I didn't know he sat here and lathered himself up in 35 bottles of baby oil. Did not know that.
Sit down and lay down while he gets to be the man that he is in this industry.
We do have breaking news this evening. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in Manhattan after a grand jury indicted him. Multiple sources are telling ABC News. We're told that federal agents with Homeland Security took him into custody. The singer and producer has been facing scrutiny since his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, accused him of and years of abuse in a 2023 lawsuit.
Now hear me when I say this. On this channel, we don't like to jump the gun when it comes to any sort of criminal activities at all, because it could just be totally out of pocket with the accusations, and we've seen how that can go in today's day and age. Once that name is brought through the mud like that, it is very...
Why is he so serious while lathering himself up with baby oil? Why is this the bit, and why is it on? Why are we only 2 minutes into this? Is he doing this for 15 minutes? I'm not gonna lie. If he's lathering himself up in baby oil for 15 minutes, I'm on the side of the rioters. I'm not gonna lie. I am going to fully put down the cape that I did have for my guy, and I'm also picking up a pitchfork because 15 minutes of baby oil is criminal. Absolutely fucking criminal. There is no excuse. I'm sorry that I even went on a limb to excuse this behavior. We need to have a damn intervention. A meeting is coming very soon.
Very, very hard to get back from all of that. But in the case of P. Diddy, I don't think that that's the case. So I'm going to go ahead and report on it because this is a freaky nigga. One of the reasons why I believe that Diddy did all this stuff is because of the whole Cassie situation. And I'm going to get to that in a second. I have to say, Diddy also did propose some sort of bail, but it seems like everybody is caught on to his shenanigans and his antics. So naturally, the judge did deny that bail. In that bail proposal, he said that he was going to pay $50 million. They will also take hold of his $48 million residency in NYC. He was also going to give up his mom's home in Miami, Florida, which is insane to think that these people are still backing him. But hey, it's your family. You go down with the ship. He was said to have 4.
Would y'all do that? Y'all sacrifice your immediate family's passports and everything to, seize money? Because I think that's super insane. I couldn't imagine putting my mom through some shit like that, no matter what the situation is. Like, nah, bitch, you can't go nowhere because I can't go nowhere. It's insane.
Forfeited his travel privileges to only being South Florida and to New York City and potentially any other places that had any criminal activities where he had to go to court and stuff like that. Those would be the only places that he could travel, so he couldn't get his freak offs off anymore. And then not only was he gonna surrender his passport, but he was gonna surrender the passport of people nearby him, which would mean his sons and his mother as well, which is incredibly crazy. I'm not some sort of legal expert, but I'd never heard of a situation where the mother has also had to forfeit a passport based off of the son's actions. This is making me believe that he did all this shit. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the courts had denied P. Diddy getting any sort of bail in this situation, and I don't disagree with the decision because any hope or faith that people had that these wrongdoings weren't done by P. Diddy was totally thrown out of the window a couple months ago when the whole Cassie Ventura video came out.
Obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras.
I will never forget watching this video and watching Diddy run out butt ass naked, probably getting ready to use some of that baby oil and stomping on this woman on camera. Absolutely fucking insane.
Shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video.
And a lot of people still had hope in bail for P. Diddy in that situation prior to the video coming out because he's an affluent man. He's somebody who's loved. He's et cetera, even though there were all these stories that came out. But once the cold, hard video came out of us seeing what P. Diddy did in the exact recollection that Cassie had, there was no more defending to be done for P. Diddy. So I could see why the judge in this situation did not say, oh, we're going to grant P. Diddy any sort of leniency in this regard, is because he is known to be a menace to society. And they claim he's not a flight risk, but this man is too powerful to be out on the street.
He is still lathering himself up with this fucking baby oil. We're only 5 minutes into a 15-minute video, and he does not show any signs of slowing down. I really don't care about the Diddy shit no more. I am genuinely concerned about the amount of baby oil that's being used at this man's setup. That is all I'm thinking about.
No matter what his lawyer tries to conjure up. Now, the biggest damning and most freaky thing on the internet right now is the description of these freak-offs. And while it is funny to make fun of them sometimes, there is some seriousness in the whole situation. P. Diddy used to hold these freak-offs in his million-dollar homes where he would have male be chained up and whipped and degraded and dragged up to continuously engage in acts. It was reported that they found thousands of bottles of lubricant and baby oil so he can be engaged in these actions with these different peoples and have women all around while he sat there and either recorded, participated, or baited off on the side. Now, I know about gooning, but this is a totally different extent. What was crazy is, and what puts this really into perspective, is that P. Diddy systematically had these participants partake in like liquid IVs. No, not the drink, but I'm talking about needles in arms so these people could keep their energy and stamina up so they didn't pass out based off of how much sex would be involved.
Dukes, she's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'll be with you.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, no way. Mama Diddy's into the damn freak offs too. Oh my God. Nah, Mama Diddy.
Now, I don't know how you could even conjure up a story like that. That is literally out of some sort of storybook. That just goes to show how powerful and freaky P. Diddy is in these regards. And this is a man who deserves literally no sympathy at all. And not only were thousands of bottles of baby oil found on the premise, there was also that looked like he was stockpiling for some sort of world war of people coming for Diddy. Well, and maybe there were people coming for Diddy, but not in the sense that I'm talking about. You know what I mean.
An alleged cartel member files a lawsuit against Diddy, claiming that Puff ruined his drug business after trying to arrange for brought to one of his parties. A judge dismissed the suit because the cartel member's business is not a legally protected interest. Like what? That's like being sued by the devil. You really think about it though, that's kind of crazy. Like Diddy was trying to arrange brought what? So he was trying to use the cartel for minors to be brought to one of his parties? Is that what I'm getting from this?
Is this nigga Diddy not a real life Gotham villain? Like I keep saying this. Is Diddy not like the Penguin? The Diddy? The Diddy is the Penguin. Like that's literally who he is. This nigga's a sicko. Someone called him the Riddler. No, the diddler's not the Riddler. This nigga's out and about. There is no code or phrase to his game. The nigga is just a rich, nasty nigga. Nigga's a real life villain. There are real life supervillains out here, and the Diddy is one of them.
Some trafficking stuff. So it's not far fetched.
And the crazy thing for P. Diddy right now is not only are these federal charges being brought, like I said, the civil charges are also being.
He is still going with this fucking baby oil. I'm not over this. I can't pause, but I can't get off of it. That's crazy. I can't get off of this. It's crazy. But genuinely, y'all know what I mean. That's insane how much baby oil he's just sitting here using this entire video. We are 7 minutes in and he is not showing signs of slowing down.
Brought from countless people who had to endure some of these things, and even some more criminal charges are being brought because P. Diddy's been doing this stuff for a while. He has racked up a case against him nationwide of different people claiming to be manipulated kids. Just a myriad of things that happen to them under the supervision or direct order from P. Diddy himself. He's been known to be in tune with plenty of artists, and we can see how those situations have turned out. Not to speculate too much, but Cassie, Usher, and even the late Kim Porter have all been suffering at the hands of P. Diddy. And to see it come to a head right now is a great thing, but it makes me think about how terrible the industry is for hiding all this stuff. And I get it. P. Diddy definitely had the power to make anybody famous that he wanted to, so that could be a situation as to how he was able to get away with these things. But by God, at some point when you see 10,000 baby oil bottles, you have got to say something. Now, I will give people credit here because P. Diddy seemed to be actually ending or attempting to end people's lives allegedly. And all of this is allegation, of course, but boy, am I inclined to believe these allegations. This is probably why anybody who ever spoke out on P. Diddy seemed to be doing so in such a coded way that it was either hard to really interpret or nail the guy, or we just had to chalk it up to them being totally crazy and just being a wacko because, hey, it didn't make any sense, but now everything is coming to the light.
The nigga Pop was like, yeah, like, oh, it's like, yo, so yo, when we gonna get the chance to, you know, to kick it, like, we can just hang out, nigga, we gotta kick it. Yo, why don't we, like, go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him, but that was like, this nigga.
Fifth has been saying this nigga Diddy been weird for a minute. And I have been believing 50. I'm not gonna lie. Fifth has been saying ever since this, I've seen this clip like years ago, ever since the clip came out, that nigga Diddy is weird.
And he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes.
He is so. The scary thing is he's so serious. He's not. They're laughing. He's not joking. He's so serious.
I'm a nice guy. I mean, why are you with Fifth? Hey, yo, why y'all have no beef with I don't know why. With Fifth, he loves me. He loves me. Y'all can't see it.
I knew Diddy was a top tier manipulator when I started seeing his stuff be put into comic sketches or some sort of parodying of what's going on in real life. And not like somebody on the side was making these things. No, P. Diddy himself was participating in these skits to kind of hammer home the fact that, hey, I'm doing these things. It's all in a public light. And guess what? You can't do anything about it. I don't care if you catch me. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. I know for a fact that I can get away with this stuff and nobody can stop me.
I wouldn't drink that if I was you, nigga. That's his.
Deleon tequila. Owned by a black man. Don't mind if I do.
Don't drink it, nigga. He got you. It's over with. He got you, nigga.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before.
He got you. He got you. I told you not to drink that shit. Look how he looking at you, nigga.
I wouldn't.
Stop.
Shot. Owned by a black man. Owned by a black man.
That's how he get you, nigga. That's how he get you, bro.
And it's crazy that we're taking these things as laughing matters and chalking it up to just be jokes in Hollywood or whatever the case may be. Because honestly, some of these people that were involved in these situations look like they were scared to death for their fucking lives being around P. Diddy. I can think about the time where Justin Bieber had got up on an interview and P. Diddy was in his mind, just all the demonic things that he was doing to him.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging.
Definitely seen this and thought this was some of the weirdest shit way back in the day. Diddy's been weird, and the fact that there's so much evidence that's just been out there and no one's done anything. Sad world, my nigga.
Out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
My number.
Yeah.
555.
Yeah.
Every time that I've seen Diddy around
That nigga looks so uncomfortable. That made me uncomfortable. What the fuck?
some of these people that he's been around with in the industry for a long time, they seem to be very, very, very uncomfortable when it comes to P. Diddy. And that's because they know he has an incredible amount of power, and there will be nobody that will ever be able to do anything or believe what they say in regards to this
Big Deviant.
I feel like this is another situation of R. Kelly because he's putting up rings of people to do his bidding for whatever deviancy that he has. R. Kelly back in the day was in the early 2000s getting his own version of Freak Off song with kids involved, and that's disgusting to say, but that's what really happened. But it was crazy because he had these situations set up nationwide, and he had people caping for him and covering for him. And ultimately, nobody cared or did anything because he was the Pied Piper of R&B. He was too powerful. People wanted to be famous, etc., etc. But the whole time, this man was doing nasty things right in our eyes, and nobody did anything about it. Now, if we fast forward to P. Diddy's blow up, and we're seeing situations where Carisha is seemingly facilitating, allegedly, all the things that P. Diddy is doing right under our noses by putting it as some sort of podcast or tweets or being very cryptic about it, and nobody seems to care. People literally have to be complicit for these acts of violence to go down, and I know that there are a lot of people tied to it. And I'm a little conflicted in this regard because for some of these people, they 100% have no regard for other humans. They don't care what happens to them. They are just along for the ride and whatever money is involved. But for other people, like I would assume Cassie, or who was that, August Alsina, or was it Kid Cudi that got his car blown up? I think all of them were truly fearful of their lives, and a lot of them got caught when they were young, like Cassie, who got caught when she was 16 just trying to make it into the entertainment industry. Sure, she could have backed out, I guess, at any time, but it might have cost her life.
Yeah, racketeering is if he gets racketeering and for freak offs, it will be others involved. If you ever ran a train with Diddy, you're probably going to jail.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, that, that's possibly on those cameras because he had cameras in the crib. So people are thinking that maybe there'll be other people involved.
Now, I 100% agree with Charlamagne the God here. A lot of people are going to go down in this.
These cuts to this baby oil is fucking insane. We got a minute left and he hasn't stopped yet. Chat, we gotta have a talk with Omar when we can. That's too much fucking baby oil. That, like, Diddy's been a freak and he had a great message about Diddy, but I'm just ashamed that I really watched him put this much fucking baby oil on to where you can see his nipples. Like, his white beater is fucking translucent from the Diddy juice. And then got Diddy juice on his chest. This is crazy.
Diddy situation. And I don't want to be that guy that speculates or does any sort of allegations for people who haven't expressly been named in the situations, but anybody who has a picture with P. Diddy right now is going to look so crazy in the light that they kind of got to be watched out, especially the people who have been defending him this whole entire time in the matter, saying that he's doing nothing wrong, these people are adults. Those people are most likely complicit. Now, I'm sure in order to save face, P. Diddy's going to put down a lot of names on this, and all this stuff is going to be public. I'm pretty sure that this is also going to be a public trial because this is honestly the biggest case since like OJ or since Michael Jackson from back in the day. This is so huge and can spread so far and so wide that I don't see a way for a lot of the industry to skate this, kind of like they did in the Epstein situation. A lot of people are going to go down behind Diddy, and I know that's not something that he's used to, people going down behind him, but don't be surprised if your fave is on that list. This is why I constantly preach, do not fan out or favorite these celebrities, because the stuff that they do behind the closed doors is
double bottles of Diddy juice being squirted like that while you're talking that emphatically is crazy. This is too much Diddy juice on my fucking screen.
honestly honestly deplorable. Let me make sure I get my elbows. I missed those totally. I'm getting ready because this next freak off is going to be behind closed bars for P. Diddy.
Special agents.
Absolutely insane work. That shit's crazy. Absolutely crazy, actually. I honestly don't know what to say because I'm so thrown aback by the amount of Diddy fucking oil this nigga Omar really put on himself. And I went out on a limb for this nigga. And hey, now I got egg on my face. This is crazy work. Listen, that is gonna be all for that. That is gonna be all for that.